Hey all, no Null here. You've probably noticed that I didn't make any proper theory videos while the Mr. Puzzles WOTFI arc was releasing, with the only video I released during the arc being a segment of the podcast I have with Megario and Machroma, where we talked about some of our WOTFI 2024 theories. Why was this? Well, the main reason I never really uploaded during the WOTFI arc is because I just wasn't interested in it. I was curious about where it would go, and it is an enjoyable watch, but it was just not the direction I thought they should take with Mr. Puzzles, nor was it a particularly good direction. Mr. Puzzles did experience character growth in the WOTFI arc, which built upon his growth from the meme factory arc where he befriended Leggy, and resulted on him finally moving on from his obsession for fame and entertainment. This would be a good arc, but how this arc progressed was strange. At the end of WOTFI, Mr. Puzzles' inner child is able to finally turn off the TV he always used to watch due to him gaining his first friend, Leggy. But the issue is, Mr. Puzzles already befriended Leggy in the meme factory arc, so this is just repeating what was already done before. Moreover, the whole theme park setting is just odd. It turns out that Mr. Puzzles had a forgotten childhood dream of running an amusement park that was shut down by his dad. I like that they tried to expand on Mr. Puzzles' backstory, but they should have leaned into it much more, specifically focusing on his relationship with his father, which they expand upon no further from that initial flashback. There should have been more flashbacks to little Mr. Puzzles and his father, and the whole amusement park childhood dream thing just comes out of nowhere and just exists to justify the amusement park setting for WOTFI. WOTFI 2024 itself was incredibly underwhelming and weak, especially compared to WOTFI 2023, which tried something different, whereas this WOTFI returned to the traditional arc WOTFI format seen in 2020, 2021 and 2022. WOTFI 2023 felt like a movie more than a WOTFI, with an actually coherent storyline, which was something I'd hope they would have kept for 2024. The way that Leggy is transformed back into Meggy was also really underwhelming. The rest of the cast was underused and added nothing to the story, and the story beats during the rap battle and the sequence in Mr. Puzzle's mind was too similar to WOTFI 2021. There was also no interesting lore in this arc, despite the fact that the control room and that star core thing that powered the amusement park could have definitely been expanded upon. I was also disappointed that Marty's return in the We Must Kill Mario episode led to nothing, and was unrelated to the WOTFI arc entirely, although at least Marty is now a recurring villain in the series, as seen in the latest episode. Overall, this was by far the weakest Mr. Puzzles arc this year. The Puzzle Vision arc had great build up and had potential for a good theme, but it fumbled hard with the movie and was one of the greatest letdowns as the ending for a year-long saga. The Meme Factory arc was too short and rushed, but actually had some emotion to it and could have served as a good starting place for the WOTFI arc. But the WOTFI arc once again proved to be a disappointing Mr. Puzzles arc with wasted potential and no substance whatsoever. The faith that I had regained in the writers following the We Must Kill Mario episode was once again shattered by the WOTFI arc, and I seriously have no real enthusiasm for the SMG4 series anymore, as quite frankly I have no faith that they can write anything on par with the Cosmology Saga or the 2023 movies, and there are other issues with the series, such as the abysmal character appearance balancing. If I was in charge of the WOTFI arc, the We Must Kill Mario episode, which I really loved, should have been the start of the arc. Karen should have been a main character and there should have been focus on her backstory. Perhaps the father of her children could have been introduced as an antagonist who kidnaps her kids or something, and Karen has to work with the SMG4 cast to save them. This would have been a more natural way to bring her into the main SMG4 cast, instead of just having her be a part of it one day, as is what happens in the Puzzle Park episode. We could have had Marty and Mr. Puzzles, and maybe even Lawyer Kong, team up with Karen's ex, and the theme of the arc could have been about the fruitlessness of revenge, as both Mr. Puzzles and Marty seemed hellbent on revenge in their most recent appearances before the WOTFI arc. Mr. Puzzles could learn the same lesson he did in WOTFI 2024, but this time it is due to Meggy/Leggy promising not to leave Mr. Puzzles and remain his friend forever, unlike what happened in the meme factory. This way, we are not repeating Mr. Puzzles' development from the meme factory arc. Karen could sacrifice herself at the end of this arc, fulfilling that promise she made to Megario and SMG4, but before it's too late she could be saved by Marty, who we can have learned to give up on revenge by the end, which would nicely represent the theme of this hypothetical arc, and giving a cardboard cutout a somewhat emotional character arc is just really funny. Took me 15 minutes or so to come up with that idea, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like that was significantly better, more substantive and more emotional and impactful than anything in the WOTFI arc, which just felt so uninspired. The only things going for it was a stellar animation and rap battle. If next year's arcs are interesting, I'll return to making theory videos and discussions on SMG4. Oh yeah, and something should have actually happened with Clench and the boarded up door. What was the point of those plot points exactly? Anyway, bye.